hard point play. It's not been lights out uplink play. It's been their S&D that's really carried them through.
Which is funny because you go back to Vegas even, and you look at their S&D and you're like, this has not been good. This has been bad. And everyone knows OpTic have gone back to the drawing board, so to speak. They've grinded out. They've improved their search and destroy a lot. And as you said, it shows. It really does show. Clutching up in these game 5s, team, it's not an easy thing to continuously do.
Oh, for sure. This many times in a row. But when you have someone like Formal shooting the way he is, early 3 kills for him, and you can see how confident he is. He separated himself from his team on purpose, and he's like, oh, I see you, I'm going to challenge you, I react faster, and he hits every bullet.
And from what I'm seeing just in all these like shots and whatnot, and it seems like Formal's kind of turned into the leader, where he's just kind of like, he's putting the most time to this game, like he's just tired of listening to everybody else and racking up L's. He's like, listen, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to play, and it seems to be working.
Well, he's 3-0 now, so he's doing something right. And the one thing that I say is, with OpTic Gaming, a nice, quick, easy round, I would say there. Straight away, you get that 5th player, you get the crowd. OpTic Gaming, that green wall is stood behind them. We can feel it from here. I mean, you guys at home probably hear it as well. But they feed off that. The likes of Formal, when he hears that, he gets 3 in 1 round. Oh, Formal, you don't want to do that. You don't want to give him that. And Luminosity, right, they're giving it to him.
It's only going to make him better, that's for sure. And just kind of building off Matt's point, Teep, we've heard Formal communicating on what feels like another level. Like, we've heard him from the studio, put it that way. He's very, very loud. Do you think he is kind of turning maybe more into that shot caller now for OpTic Gaming?
Not sure if it's shot caller or just trying to get the energy going. Formal's been probably the loudest person, which you're not really used to on this team. Usually the calm and collected one. But I guess when if I was playing an event like Formal is right now, I'd probably be screaming like crazy too.
Oh, it's hard not to, right? You're having a fantastic, fantastic event. Unfortunately, though, for the green wall in this round, it will be a 4 versus 2 in favor of Luminosity. Make that now a 1v3. Crimfalls tied 1-1. Matt, overall, how do you see this map finishing out?
I think, you know, obviously OpTic, they have the strong S&D play coming into this. You know, Luminosity, it's really what they worked on after Vegas too. I mean, their search and destroy was pretty poor at Vegas. They come back, they completely retool. So this one's a very difficult one to kind of predict. I do want to say, you know, picking back on TP's point, it's like when you're the overwhelming favorite, everyone's telling you the best team in the game, you go through pools, you can kind of coast through a little bit, and then you get that first round game, and you know, it's hard to kind of get that sense of urgency or kind of feel like in the moment like how important it actually is. I think that's what Formal's really trying to do for these guys, is make them realize the actual moment they're in right now, how important it is, and to really focus up.
Obviously, in Vegas, regarding Luminosity, we criticized them quite heavily about their search and destroy play. very, very similar to OpTic Gaming, ironically enough. And they've done the same thing, right? They've improved their search and destroy play. We were very, very impressed early on in the tournament with how much they were clutching up and how comfortably they were taking their search and destroys. I mean, what is going to be going through their mind now, TP, going up against OpTic Gaming in this Game 5? How do you think those players are going to be feeling?
I think all players in this game are really confident, to be honest. Both deserve to be here, obviously, but you know, both teams won a championship. Both teams playing this sort of similar, a confident style, grouping up and taking those gunfights over towards that bike street right there. And it just seems like the long-range play, a nice flank from Crim right there, catching 2 players in the back. For a second there, I saw Slacked behind enemy lines, and I thought he was going to be able to make the play, but traded out. Seems like OpTic is just a little bit faster in reacting to those in-game situations.
And it's funny, you know, speaking to a bunch of these players when I got here, you know, who's putting the time in, who's not. Everybody pretty much gave me the same thing. The teams that have scribbed the most coming into this event were E-United, Envy, Luminosity, OpTic, and FaZe. Those are all teams in your top 5.
Weird how that worked.
Yeah.
Put in the practice, you get the results. So who would have thought?
I'm shocked.
It's crazy. It really is. Of course, this is a losers round 7 matchup. Loser will be eliminated from the CWL Atlanta Open. The victor, they have a Team Envious awaiting for them in the losers bracket final. And of course, E-United, the surprise team, kind of the breakout team, if you will, from this event at least, waiting for them in the grand final, should either squad get there. For now, though, OpTic Gaming with that 2-1 round lead. And in terms of this round specifically now, Momo, which way are you leaning here? I
mean, they've got the bomb down. It's 3v2. Well, as I say, that OpTic Gaming looking strong. It's going to be evened up, though. But OpTic, they should have, you know, the favored side here. It's going to go down to another 1v1. It's going to be OpTic Gaming, this clutch, and I want to highlight, we've talked about Karma. Crim6 is 7-1.
Yep.
I actually think, I can't believe I'm saying this, we've somewhat overlooked Crim6 in you know, our overlooked thing. We've talked about Formal, we've talked about Karma. Crimsix now is he's turning up when he needs to be, and this is what reminds me of kind of that Cole era where, you know, Game 5.
Lose the Crim.
he just kind of turns up, and he's not necessarily kind of roaring out there or going crazy. He's just doing what he does best.
And that's a scary Crimsix, right, Tipa? When you get up against a player like that, I mean, you have to shut him down immediately.
It's just so reminiscent of old Crim, to be honest, and I love to see it. Slow, methodical play, pre-aiming a lot. He's very good at positioning himself in this line of sight, and for some reason, he just always catches the edge, just a little bit of a faster strafe, a little bit of a faster shot, and just gets the better edge of it. He's 7-1 right now. Looks like he's going to be, you know, getting close to these score streaks as well, so LG needs to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, Luminosity are definitely going to have to find an answer to Crimsix right now. As it sounds, he's almost just running riot here in this Game 5 search and destroy. Have you been impressed at all, Matt, by Luminosity, though? Are they staying as composed as you would like?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of these rounds, like Momo was saying, have come down to 1v1 scenarios. So you see First Blood there going to go in favor of LG, and they get bombed down. So I think LG has improved greatly since Vegas.
We'll have to wait and see if they're going to be able to close out this round, though. Of course, the bomb did go down now. They forced a 3 versus 3 situation. Of course, it's fitting to have Crimsix on your screen, sitting at 8-1. I mean, he's having a fantastic map right now. But Momo, can the Green Wall close out this round?
This is really well played by Luminosity. They've got the bomb down, they've retracted their back to their base, and they can just get the line of sight. It's all about just stopping that one player defusing. They've done that. This is perfect play from Luminosity. They got the first blood, and this was a must-win round for me. 3-2 and 4-1. Those are that's that one round in Search and Destroy. I always say it's critical to come back.
And they get Crim off those streaks there. So Crim, he has his payload ability, and he was still working on those score streaks. So they end that. So it's a very good round for LG.
Very good round indeed. As you mentioned, no more streaks there for Crim, but still has the hot hand there. And I guess my question for you, Teep, is how do you play those rounds? When a team does get the bomb down and they back off, what is the best way of winning those rounds?
Group up and flank instantly. To be quite honest, they just took too much time trying to take those gunfights. This is not gunfights LG is even trying to take. They're trying to just stall out time for as fast as possible, or as long as possible, sorry. So I feel like Crim made a bit of a mistake there. He's pretty close to those score streaks. I think instead of just taking his time at the top window, maybe just back down and playing for his streaks. But, you know, it's such a hindsight call. Who knows? Right.
Karma currently sitting at 0-4, though, for Optic Gaming. Matt, well, actually, as I say that, he finds his first pick. Perfect. Committed from Karma. Of course, 1-4 does fall, though. Is there anything specific about Karma's playstyle that you're looking at, Matt, and you're thinking, I'm not sure if that's the right play?
Not really, because I mean, he's the one that this team is, you know, kind of putting in like the worst situations to fight out of.
Right.
So you never expect his stats to be incredible in Search and Destroy. You know, he's going to be the bomb guy some of the time. He's going to try and get out into those positions, get bombed down. Like, he's not going to be in position to go off.
Yeah, one thing as well, I just want to point out, Scump just made a huge play there. Yes, it's only 1 kill, but it's the fact he stayed alive. It was a 3v2, now a 2v2. Scump's just opened this game wide up. They could take this round.
Gunfight going down, but Slack, the trade's going down. Scump and Formal, you can't take out both of them in a 2v2, and it showed right there. I thought Scump was going to miss some shots on that first guy, but nope. Scump snaps on very quickly.
And once again, you have Formal getting up, getting loud, high fives. Again, we can hear him from the studio right now. He is really turning into a bit of a beast here on Championship Sunday, but that's the Formal that you kind of expect on Championship Sundays.
Yeah, he's a prideful guy. I mean, he does not want to go out of these tournaments early. He is only here to win. Doesn't care about anything else, so you expect him to kind of rally the troops when it looked like that may not happen.
He definitely didn't come for a weekend trip in Atlanta. He's definitely focused on one thing, of course, and that is that CWL Atlanta trophy. As it stands, Optic Gaming 4-2 up. Luminosity looking to try and make a play here. Of course, Saints with his streak out, Momo. What's going through Saints' mind here?
I mean, he's trying to get some intel. He gets the intel, but it's not really going to reflect. It's not going to help them that much. But one thing it has done is told Optic Gaming, this is where we are and this is our plan. And Classic's going to pay the price for that. Karma, though, he gets his second kill on the board. He is actually trying to back off, caught off guard. Crimsix, fantastic trades. Love this about Optic Gaming is they trade so efficiently. We saw it in the previous round at the end. We're seeing it again here in round number 7.
Crim always seems to find himself in a fantastic position just to find those trades. Of course, still 4 rounds to 2. Quick look over to Formal's perspective. Back over to Octane. Of course, the bomb now has been planted. Teep, you're nodding your head. You like that play?
I like the overdrive there. Overdrive to get next to your teammates. They're in a 3 versus 2 situation. All you need to do is group up and take gunfights wherever they're positioned at. Scump, oh my gosh, I can't believe he stayed alive right there. That's absolutely huge. Octane now stuck in a very tough situation.
I love that as well. It was like he stayed alive, and then you saw both of them. 2 players from Optic just push so heavy. And it's all about teamwork. No one went solo. No one went for the hero play. Optic Gaming that was crucial. It's Scump staying alive. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not even going to give Scump the benefit of the doubt there. I think that was maybe a little bit of sloppy shooting from the player of Luminosity, but this is the complete opposite of what we saw against Panda. OpTic were 5-2 down against Panda. Now they're 5-2 up last map against LG.
I mean, you have to feel like they have a ton of confidence now, right, Matt? Surely OpTic Gaming close this out and push through to the losers bracket final.
It's going to be tough for LG. I mean, the crowd around them's into it. No, for the side of OpTic Gaming, they got a lot against them right now. But I mean, you're able to take this round on the defensive end. Maybe you kind of, you can go back towards that silo side on offense, make something happen, get your way back into it.
Potentially. Of course, as we said, OpTic Gaming 5-2 up. TP, again, you're violently shaking your head. You love that.
I'm shaking my, I'm nodding of approval because I saw them make a mistake earlier in this tournament where they had a Centurion and they didn't go for a quick plant. But this time they're just super confident. They do it right away. They have to, LG has to worry about that payload. Gunfight's going down back and forth, but you can see Saints affected by that payload just a little bit before it's taken out. Gunfight's going down back and forth. It's even numbers, and Saints is going off right now.
Saints just disrespect. He just read straight up formal. Doesn't care who it is. And now you have yourself a 2 versus 2 situation. Octane and Saints up. Of course, this is LG's tournament life. They need to hunt down Scump and Karma. Saints last man up, 11 seconds. The time is ticking. Will Saints be able to do it? No, he will not. And OpTic Gaming somehow, some way, stay alive again here at the CWL Atlanta Open. The fairy tale continues for the Green Wall. It doesn't look like they're going to get beat anytime soon. However, up next, they have to go through Team